I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. My aim set for the sky, so I wrote 2 letters.
Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Sin, coming back with another one, man. And I just want to tell y'all something real quick, man. Listen, man, this year, it is very important for you to set boundaries for everyone this year. You know what I mean? You have to set boundaries for everyone. That is so important. It's important to your health, your well-being, and all of that good shit, bro. Because if you don't set boundaries, right? This is what I want y'all to understand first and foremost, right? The only people that will get mad about you setting boundaries is the people that were benefiting from you not setting boundaries, okay? So them the only ones that's going to be upset. But you got to look out for yourself while you do this. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, it's all about you. It's all about setting healthy boundaries so you can have a good life, so you can have a good feeling, so you could, function right, as you should. You know what I mean? Should nobody just be pressing themselves into your life. Like I always say, man, listen, man, you can't give people all access passes to your life. So this is healthy, not only for yourself, but for them too. You know what I'm saying? And so y'all can maintain a good relationship. You know what I mean? If you care about people and you want to maintain a good relationship, listen, boundaries are important. Because if you don't set them, man, people gonna listen, man. They just gonna keep taking advantage of you. They gonna wear out their welcome. And next thing you know, your mood is a certain type of way and all of that shit. And if you listen, man, if you don't want that, then it's important for you to set boundaries for both parties. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that, right, you will have more compassion for people. You know what I'm saying? Because when people just keep coming to you with all these situations, listen, that compassion kind of gets lower and lower. You really don't feel sorry for them in any type of way. You just don't have compassion for them. You're like, yeah, whatever. It's just, you really don't even, you start to not care about them. But when you set boundaries and people know to not come to you with everything, then guess what? You will have more compassion for them. You know what I'm saying? Because they reached out to you. It's not something that's so frequent. You know what I'm saying? So that's good for you as well. You want to have compassion for people, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes when you're dealing with the same shit over and over, or somebody just keep just bringing their shit to you, their energy to you, and they problems to you, listen, that compassion, it gets weaker and weaker for them. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Another thing, you have a greater assertiveness. You know what I'm saying? You just, you more willing to spring into action. You know what I'm saying? With yourself and maybe other people when you set those boundaries. You know what I'm saying? When you dealing with shit all the time, and listen, man, you're not as assertive. You know what I mean? Before you just be like, man, whatever happened to him, it just what happened. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. But when you set boundaries, right? When things do go down or somebody, needs something, man, you quick to be there. You know what I'm saying? You quicker to be there for them. You know what I'm saying? So listen, man, you will have greater assertiveness. You know what I'm saying? And people will appreciate that. That will take you a long way, not only with yourself, but for others as well. You know what I'm saying? And listen, when you set boundaries, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be upfront with the things that you want in life, the things that you want out of relationships and shit like that, the things that you want from people. And then guess what? When you do that, then guess what? They're going to return that too. And then you have an understanding. Without an understanding, then listen, man, nobody needs are met. You know what I'm saying? Nobody needs are met because it ain't no type of understanding. We didn't talk about this, or you have one party that's bringing everything in, but then you can't do the same thing, and it just causes a bunch of confusion. So when you up front with it, and you talking about the things in your relationship, or just outside of that, just with the homies or whatnot, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you will be able to, it's pretty transparent. You know what I mean? The situations and what you need out of this and all of that other shit that's supposed to be happening. It's important in business too. You know what I'm saying? So there's an understanding, and we know that everybody gonna eat. Everybody gonna be okay. You know, your girls, her needs, her need is met. Her needs are met. Your needs are met. We discuss this and we know what's up. You know what I'm saying? And that's important. You know what I mean? Because it puts everything out on the table and we know what we require from each other. But if it ain't no boundaries set, then guess what? You might deal with a situation where one benefit more than the other. And then there you go. You got just a clusterfuck of issues. So that's why boundaries is important with that too, man. Another thing. You will have, right? You will have less anger and resentment. You know what I'm saying? And that's important. You know what I'm saying? Because don't nobody want to have anger and resentment in them, man, because that takes up a lot of energy. It takes up a lot of energy, but you tend to build that when there's no boundary set. You know, you get tired of motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You get tired of they shit and all of that shit. And sometimes you're not even going to express it, but this is building up inside of you. A lot of us, man, especially us men, we not as vocal. You know what I mean? We try to take as much as we can endure. And then, you know, next thing you know, we explode when we can't take no more. And that's not good. You know what I'm saying? That's not good to, you know, hold all of that energy in. But when the boundaries is set and everything, you know what I mean? And we know what's up. Then guess what? You know what I mean? You ain't got no anger or resentment. You know what I mean? Because guess what? You got those boundaries up, which is protecting you as well. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers gonna know what it is when it come around you. But when you don't express this, then guess what? Now you just got the, you know what I mean? You got all this animosity and shit because you ain't set no boundaries, and you got a motherfucker coming at you with their hand out all the time and all the time and all the time, or you got somebody draining you or all your energy. And then guess what? You just getting more and more pissed off when all you had to do is be vocal and say something and set those boundaries. So when you set those boundaries, guess what? It ain't no resentment. It ain't no anger. It is what it is. And everybody live to see another day. Everybody cool. You know, you ain't got to worry about, you know, jumping out of your body or none of that shit. Your energy will be protected. You know what I'm saying? So that's why boundaries is important in that situation, man. Another thing is, man, listen, man, when you set boundaries, you will have more time and energy to do things that will nourish and bring you joy to your body and your mind and your spirit. It will bring joy to you will have time to nourish your body and bring joy to your mind and your spirit, your body and spirit. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm reading off my notes here. But yeah, man, that's important because if those boundaries not set, you won't have time for that. You only gonna have time to be dealing with everybody else's shit because your ass ain't set no boundaries. So guess what? Everybody just gonna be popping up at your crib with their shit. Everybody gonna be bringing their energy to your shit. You ain't even got no time for yourself because everybody is gonna be too busy taking away from you and your energy. So when you set boundaries, ain't none of that gonna be around. Ain't none of that gonna be happening to you. So you gonna have more time to yourself to make sure that you okay, which is the most important. Like I said, you know, you gonna be able to do the things that you need to do to make sure that you good. You know, that's gonna nourish and bring you joy to your body, bring you joy to your mind, and have you with a higher spirit. Your spirits is gonna be up because listen, can't nobody fuck with your boundaries. You didn't already discuss this with motherfuckers, so they can't just infiltrate your space. You know what I'm saying? They can't infiltrate your energy. They can't fuck with your vibration and shit like that. And you just got more time because those boundaries are allowing you to have that, and it's keeping all of the bullshit away until you ready to deal with it. So it's keeping all of that shit off you until you want to deal with it, and when you got the time to, then boom. But people ain't go just force their way into your shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it should be, man. These boundaries are so important this year because you gonna need this time for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're going to need to make sure your body and your health is okay. You're going to need your spirits up because there's a lot of negativity going on. So you need all of these things to maintain a healthy life and function and be able to handle things in a sound mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? And people don't have these things set up for themselves, and then they wonder why they snap. They wonder why they got anxiety. They wonder why their attitude is fucked up. They wonder why they so closed off and, you know, just going through all of these things. So that's just another reason why boundaries are so important, because you get that time that you need. You get that time that you really need to focus on yourself, man, which is most important, like I always tell y'all, okay? And another thing that I got written here, listen, man, You will feel respected by yourself and others by doing this. Listen, like I told y'all at the beginning of this video, the only people that's going to be mad about you setting boundaries is the ones that was benefiting from you not having boundaries and taking and stealing all your energy and steady coming to you with their shit. Them the only ones that's going to be mad because they was taking advantage of your kindness. They was taking advantage of your energy. They was taking advantage of your space, bro. And you need your peace at the end of the day, man. Most of you need your peace. But when you set this shit, man, for the real mugs, man, listen, man, you gonna love yourself for doing this. So you gonna have respect for yourself for standing up for yourself and being like, hey, man, I'm not having this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not having this shit in this relationship. Listen, you gonna respect my peace. You gonna respect my mind. Otherwise, we gonna have some fucking issues. And when you lay down that law, you gonna have respect for yourself. You gonna like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I did what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? And then, then you gonna have the respect from other people too. You gonna have that, you gonna gain their respect too, man. Listen, man, a lot of y'all be having it all fucked up. Y'all think just being nice and being there for every little thing for people that you gain a respect. Nah, man, people start taking advantage of you and they view you as weak because you're not standing up for yourself. So you gotta be able to stand up for yourself and cut shit off so these motherfuckers can respect you in your time and they just can't be using up all your shit because this your time, man. You can't get time back, bro. Time is more expensive than money. You can get your money back, but you can't get your time. So motherfuckers ain't gonna be dead. They ain't gonna have no choice but to respect you. You know what I'm saying? They gonna have to respect you, man. And you gonna respect you when you set those boundaries up. Like, listen, man, nah, man, not today. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. You gonna have to do that. You know what I mean? They gonna have to come to you correct. Next thing you know, your life is being ran like a business. It's being ran like an office, nigga. When my office doors is closed, nigga, you can't enter. When I'm in a meeting and doing what I need to do, you can't enter. You can't call me. You can't text me. You can't do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you just gonna be texting somebody that ain't gonna be texting and calling you back because those boundaries are set up, nigga. You know my closing hours. My closing hours is up. They up for you to see. They posted because I set those boundaries. Your closing hours is those boundaries you set. You know what I'm saying? Those are those boundaries you set. So listen, man, you gonna have respect for yourself after you do that shit, and they ain't gonna have no choice but to respect you, and they gonna have to respect your mind. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. You know what I mean? So that's another one, man. And then another one, right? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be less conflict in your relationship. You know what I'm saying? With your girl, like I said, man, I said this before. You know, y'all, when y'all discuss things, if y'all can sit down and put things out on the table, man, it's going to be less conflict. It's going to be that understanding. You know, I know it sounds like the other steps that I said, but listen, man, in these relationships, it is so important. You know what I mean? When y'all can discuss things and things is laid out, you know, whether it's about you kicking it with the homies when you're going out or just within the relationship. It could be about the sex. It could be about, you know what I mean? Just the respect thing, all of that shit, man. So those boundaries gotta be laid out, man. And when they laid out, y'all gotta understand it and there's less conflict. You know what I'm saying? Improve communication as well. You need that communication in these relationships. If your relationship is lacking communication, that shit ain't gonna last. It's gonna fold, and it's gonna be a big ass misunderstanding with the littlest shit. It's always gonna be a misunderstanding because of lack of communication. Trust me, I've been in a relationship for 7 years, and there's been a lot of miscommunication. You know what I'm saying? A lot of miscommunication, and guess what? All that do is cause conflict, fighting, and all that shit. And you don't need that shit, man. That shit use up too much energy. And when your masculine energy up, you ain't got time. You ain't got time for that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to be in no emotional state when you a masculine man and you out here doing your thing and trying to better yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's a plus, man. You know what I mean? Improve communication. You know, your self-esteem will be up as well. That's another thing. You know what I mean? You just feel a certain type of way when you setting them boundaries and shit. You on your grind. Nigga, can't nobody knock you off your grind, man. Listen, can't nobody take you off your square. Your self-esteem gonna be up because motherfuckers gonna know they can't step to you with anything. And that's always a great feeling. That's always gonna have your self-esteem on 1,000 because you focused on you and you put those roadblocks up. Like, listen, man, you just can't invade me like that, nigga. I'm strapped up like NATO in this motherfucker. I'm strapped up like an army base, nigga, a military unit right here. So you just can't, listen, you just can't infiltrate and just come into my space like that. You know, that's gonna have your self-esteem up because you working on you, you doing you, and muz gotta respect that, okay? And listen, man, it works with your confidence too. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, man. It works with your confidence too. These boundaries, all that shit, it's all connected. I'm gonna keep it, yeah, it's all sound the same, but yeah, your confidence, self-esteem, all of that shit, it's all gonna work in your favor, all in your favor, bro. Listen, setting boundaries is bigger than what I thought. I had to read this list. I'm like, shit, you know what? Now this all makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. You know, some of us already had boundaries set up and just didn't even know it, but we do. People know how to mess with you. They know how to approach you just because your energy and how you are right now. So some of y'all already done had all of these things set up, but a lot of people don't. So I just want to send this reminder out. 2022, you got to stay on top of it. You got to stay on top of it, man, because it's important. You know, it's important, man. And listen, man, last but not least, man, you going to be feeling understood. You know what I mean? You're going to be understood by doing this, man. And you're going to be more accepted by friends and family because, listen, they going to know. It's not nothing against you. Like I said, the only people that's going to be mad is the ones that was benefiting and taking advantage of you. But everybody else going to know. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to be more accepted because you know what? People just by you setting your boundaries, it's probably going to make them do the same thing with their life because they're going to see how good you is and how you doing. So you're going to be more accepted. You know what I mean? Like I said, a lot of times you didn't even know that they was viewing you as weak because you didn't have no boundaries in a lot of these cases. You know what I'm saying? Some people just didn't have it. You know what I mean? Like I said, some people naturally had these boundaries already, but a lot of people don't. You know what I'm saying? So if you was a person that didn't have the boundaries and now you do, listen, now you on everybody else's level because them motherfuckers got boundaries. You know what I'm saying? You just can't just come to they shit. They ain't gonna be there for you for everything because they busy with they shit. You know what I'm saying? And now that you got your shit set up like theirs, you more accepted now by friends and family. Not that that was something that you really, really needed, but you know what I mean? It goes along with what everybody else is doing. You know, you got boundaries, you got boundaries, you got boundaries, and I was the only one without the motherfuckers. Now I got them, and it's like, okay, yeah, okay, all right, let's say, you know, whatever, everything all good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's up? Okay, you know, and it is what it is. But I just want to share that with y'all. It's something to just think about and take into this new year. You know what I mean? Set those boundaries. It's good for you. My focus on this channel is all about you. It's all about you and your well-being, not everybody else. Everybody else ain't gonna be there for you when you going through what you going through. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else ain't gonna be able to feel that. So it's all about making sure that you protect it this year moving forward, all right? And that's my word, man. My name is Sinn, the Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace.
I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. My aim set for the sky, so I wrote 2 letters.